Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading on this Friday evening here at MadWorldTarot. And we are looking at the strange tidings that the Parkles are allegedly busy with 2 new series for Netflix. They have divided their brands. Meghan is off gardening and cooking and entertaining and hanging out with friends, but not, interestingly, with family. The Has-Been, on the other hand, is focusing on the glitzy world of polo. Of course, he, the humanitarian, the campaigner for animal rights, environmental rights, AIDS victims' rights. No, polo, the sport of kings. And he is executive producing a documentary on polo, behind the scenes, what it takes to be a successful polo player. In Has-Been's case, some rather cruel treatment of polo ponies which resulted in the death of a pregnant mare. Problem, perhaps, for the Has-Been, and we will look at that in this reading. So, of course, as I said, with Meghan's little attempt at producing a Netflix series. Netflix so far hasn't said anything. There is no title for this docu-series. There is no streaming date. There's nothing on IMDb about it, apparently, according to people who've gone and looked. But it is said that this has already been shot, primarily shot during the US Open Polo Championship in Wellington, Florida. So it sounds as if this might actually happen. Has-Been's not starring in it. He is doing some cameo appearances, mercifully for all of us and also for the polo ponies. I have the Wandering Star on the table for this one, and we're going to have a look at this. We're going to see how invested Harry is in it. Is he totally excited? Is his future? How does he feel? He who is a prince of the realm, now making content for Netflix, is hardly riveting stuff, and it must be a bit of a come down. Well, a normal person would think that, but how does he feel about it? How excited is Netflix about it? I assume that this one they actually do know about, but we'll find out. Do they know about it? How positive are they? Optimistic are they? How's it going so far in terms of filming? And then, of course, the big problem with the Has-Been and his alleged cruelty, although there's evidence of it. I don't have to say alleged. His cruelty to polo ponies, which might be problematic. And outcome, how is this series going to do? Is it going to be the next Tiger King? Is it going to make Has-Been a millionaire or a billionaire? What's going to happen? We want to know. I think that he might get somewhere with this one, because I think some people have connected the dots, and there seems to be a billionaire who is very keen on polo, who owns this Wellington place in Florida, polo grounds, private jet, flies the Parkles around, wants to popularize polo among the masses. Can you imagine? How is that going to go? One more shuffle. It's ludicrous, but obviously big bucks. And so this one might actually see the light of day. Of course, let's remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. I just read energy here. And in the darkness, as the darkness descends, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it to form your own opinions and realize that if Harry gets his way and this other guy gets his way, you might have to buy some polo ponies and get stuck in. Apparently, it's accessible for all. A little bit of snark there. What do we have as our underlying energy? We have the Justice card in reverse, meaning injustice, inequality. How about that for a card talking about an elitist sport that takes a ton of money to bankroll and really has very little support outside very elevated social circles? Justice card in reverse. Elitism. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, well, there's a debate. Nothing wrong with it if you're trying to make beautiful art or music or anything like that. But Not so sure about making a Netflix documentary about polo, let's just say. And it looks like universe isn't that convinced either, with that Justice card in the reverse as our underlying energy. So, situation we are dealing with in this reading with the has-been. Ooh, Two of Swords. The has-been has got a choice to make. He's at a crossroads. Does he carry on in Hollywood, making movies, being in the entertainment world, being an executive producer, making fluff like this about polo, the glitzy world of polo? Or does he go back to Africa and save the rhino and the elephant and those poor people who are being oppressed by the rangers from Africa Parks? What a conundrum, what a choice, what a difficult place to be in, has been at this crossroads. Of course, what has been really wants to do, in my opinion, and in light of readings I have done recently, is rush back home to the royal family and cut some ribbons and put on his uniform and strut about. I don't think the ribbon cutting so much, but the uniforms and strutting about. Definitely tough times for the has-been. Will he cope? How does he feel about this docu-series? Is this exciting for him? Nine of Swords in reverse. It's a bit of escapism, really. I'm trying to imagine going to bed with that woman with all those swords around the bed, and she's plonked herself right there in the middle. So where would the has-been find space to sleep there? Perhaps on the floor, in the dog basket? But because the Nine of Swords, which is the card of worry and stress and nightmares, because the card is in reverse, it tells me that this is a bit of light relief from all the troubles that he has in his life. And of course, he did participate, albeit briefly, in a Better Up summit about burnout. So bless the poor thing, very stressed, very worried, and a bit of light relief here with this documentary on polo. Is this the life he dreamed of? Is this his best life? Is this what he really wants to be doing? No. No. It's the Lovers, but it's in reverse. This is the moment of truth. This is where they separate their brands, because she's going off to make cooking and gardening and entertainment shows with the Kardashians and the rest of her celebrity friends, and he's pretty much been dumped and said, go and film Nacho, go over there in Florida and hang out with those people. She did try for a brief moment, to steal the limelight at the polo a couple of years ago, when she tried to grab the cigar box from that young guy who hung grimly onto it and wouldn't let her wrestle it out of his grasp. And then she tried to grab the trophy, and then she elbowed them all out the way and appeared beaming from all the sweating polo players in that giant hat. It was hilarious. It was one of her best moments for me as a royal adjacent watcher. But for has-been, he's now been cut adrift. The Lovers have separated, gone their separate ways. Who will do best at Netflix? One wonders. Of course, The Lovers is really about choices, because it's choice that the Lovers faced in the Garden of Eden. That is really what's going on in that card, and has made a terrible choice. We've got two choice cards here. We have the Two of Swords, where he's really wrestling with what to do. Here, he made a decision, and it's a bad move, a mistake, and it looks as if he might actually finally have realized it. Is a bit slow, does take a while for things to penetrate. It may just have landed, that Lovers card in reverse. How about Netflix? Are they aware of this docu-series? Are they supporting it? Are they involved? What's going on? We have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands in reverse. That, of course, is herself in Montecito, the drama queen. It's entertainment, of course. Wands always very much about creativity and entertainment and excitement and passion projects and things like that. But it's in reverse. It looks as if she might have announced this without them really being aware of it. And there is some question about whether they have actually filmed anything. Some people say, no, they haven't. Some people quote the bit that I read to you about primarily shot during the US Open. I say, well, it must be pretty much in the can by now. Queen of Wands in reverse tells me that this one was announced without much awareness on the part of Netflix. They might not actually have known. Of course, you can film things without Netflix knowing anything about it. Easy enough, hire a camera crew and off you go to Florida. But Queen of Wands in reverse tells me that this one's wife actually might have pulled a fast one on Netflix. So how optimistic are they about this? Is this going to be a big winner for them? King of Cups in reverse, no. No. Not going to be popular, not going to be supported, followed. They don't think so. They don't. Their heart isn't in this one. They really don't think that this is the thing to be doing. Quite obviously, with that King of Cups in reverse, no. Not the thing that they would have chosen, that they would have flung $100 million at. Definitely not. So how is it going, this alleged filming in Wellington, Florida? Is it going well? What's going on? Hopeful here. Somebody is very hopeful about this. Somebody whoever is busy making this happen thinks that this could be brilliant. Netflix seems to have their doubts here, seemed maybe not even to be aware of that this was going on until the news dropped in Deadline magazine. But whoever is busy filming this thinks this is brilliant, this is the big moment, this is going to restore their celebrity, it's going to be a smash hit with the star. It could even win awards with that star card. So there's a lot of hope around this. Compared with the Megan reading that I've just done about her cooking show with friends, this is a whole different level. So what about the problem with the polo ponies? How's that going to maybe damage this series? Yeah, the moon in reverse, it's going to come out. It's going to be made very public. The moon is people. And when it is in reverse, the things that are hidden in the shadows are revealed. And the moon is, of course, about strange behavior, projected behavior, shadow stuff. I always say stuff that is a little bit weird, even a little bit cray-cray, stuff that you really don't want people to know, your dark side that comes to the fore when the moon is in reverse. This could really damage Harry, damage his reputation. And I've gone a lot more serious now in my energy reading that card, because that is cruelty, that is fear. The animals would have gone through danger, even a level, and this is a very strong word that I'm going to use, and this is my opinion, betrayal of trust. The moon is all about trust. So, universe doesn't like at all. But how's it going to go? Maybe people are going to be fascinated by this. As I said, Tiger King could be a smash hit. What's going to happen? Page of Cups, a little bit of an offering, a little bit of notice. Pages are communication, so Cups, a little bit popular, maybe it'll get some attention and then fade away. It's not going to be big. It does look like it's going to be made. It does look as if it's going to be streamed. Cups, streaming. But always in the cups you get that fish. You know, fishes, do you really want a fish in a cup? I always wonder about that. And so people might just watch it a little bit curious and then switch off. So it might have a little bit of a bump to start with. And then, really, it's just rich people behaving badly. It's entertaining briefly, but if everyone's poor and wondering how they're going to pay their heating bills and all the rest of it, then not so much. Interesting cards here. Justice in reverse. As I say, universe does not approve of this. Moon in the reverse also. There are high hopes for this. And Harry, it's certainly a distraction for someone who's made a terrible choice in his life and now seems to be aware of it. She does seem to have pulled the wool over their eyes with this card, the Queen of Wands in reverse. To my mind, they really had no idea about this until the announcement was made. I don't think that they like the idea very much, and it doesn't look as if the public is going to like it very much either. They'll give it a whirl, they'll give it a try, but ultimately, well, next. That is your reading. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.